This was topics 1 through 14. So every single topic in kindergarten, there was like one question at least. So we'll go over it, but you know I can't give you all the answers because some of us didn't do it yet. Where is it? Oh, okie dokie. Let's go. So for number 1, all you had to do was count. And I think they were looking for number 8. Yeah, number 8. That was easy. Number 8. And then you count and find which one has 8, and you circle that one. For number 2, it was counting by tens, our cube train. So you didn't have to count 1, 2, 3, 4. You had to count by tens. 10, 20, 30. Not giving you the answer though. Because those you know. Some of them do get a little tricky though. Then we have this nice addition equation, and there was a missing part. The whole was already there. The whole was 10, the missing part. I'm not giving you the answer to this one either because this one's easy for you. So you start at 8 and you count how many more to get to 10. Number 4, this is what we previously did right before we moved on to our first grade math. You had to count, say the missing number, find the missing number, and then circle the missing number. I'll let someone tell me what number was missing here. On the bottom, what number was missing? What number should we circle? Jaden?
29.
29, yep. So now you have the answer. So for number 5, there was already an equation there. It said 16 equals 10 plus 6. And all you had to do was draw your counters in. 10 plus 6 more. You have to color it in. I'm not giving you the answer to that one either, because that one is easy peasy. All right, let's go to number 6. Now, I don't know if we remember our 3D and 2D shapes, because that was like right before everything happened. Our 3D and 2D shapes. But this question was asking, out of these 4 objects up here, which object was not solid? So what it was asking was, which one is flat? Which one is flat, not solid? So the object does not pop out. And I will let someone give me the answer to this one. Which object was flat? Giovanni?
B?
B, the puzzle. Yes. The puzzle was flat. It does not pop out. All of those pieces are flat. This is a cylinder, cylinder, sphere. So those are all 3D shapes. Number 7, we have some cool looking shapes over here. We got our hexagon, rectangle, circle, circle. All it said was to X out the ones that are not a circle. So out of these, which one's not a circle? Wendell?
The bottom left and the bottom right.
Yes. Do you know the names of those 2 shapes down there?
Hexagon and rectangle.
Yep. So that's not a circle.
Shapes.
They're 2D shapes. You are right. So you put some 2 big X's on there. For number 8, it was asking which figure is a square that's made from different materials. So that means that it's not just a plain old black line, that it's made out of something different. I will let you tell me the answer. Which shape is a square made out of different materials? Giovanni?
The rectangle B?
Yeah, B, the rectangle. Remember, a rectangle is a square, but a square is not a rectangle.
¿Te acuerdas hicimos eso? Mira.
All right, so number 9 was you had to read them the directions. Said draw a picture of a circle below the book. So by now, students should know above, below, beside, behind, in front. So those are all things that they would have been tested on at the end of the year. Left, right. So that below, and then draw a triangle beside the book. Beside, so that would be next to it, beside. For number 10, this one was tricky. I liked it. There's a square, and it says, which 3D shape has the flat surface of a square? So which 3D shape has a square as their surfaces? That means the parts that go together. And let's see if we can remember the name of that 3D shape that does have the square as their surface. Alana, is your hand up?
Is the square is a cube.
A cube, yes, it is a cube, and that was our 3D shape. Now that's very cool. So you can see the flat shape and see which one it looks like, which 3D shape it looks like. Now here's the hard part. Now they asked you, how many surfaces did the cube have? So how many squares make up the cube? Now, if we had our little blocks, this would be much easier to count. Let's see. Jaden?
6.
6. Yep, you are right. 6. You have the top, the bottom, and then the 4 sides that put it together.
Top, bottom, back, forward.
Number 11. This is kind of like when I would give you a shape and tell you, can you make another shape out of these shapes? So we have a cone and a cylinder. And the question is, how can you put these shapes together to look like one of these things, these objects? So if you put these together, which one would it look like? Alana?
A.
A, yes, because it's pointy. You see that point? They put it right on top. And that looks like an A. Number 12 was tricky because you just want to like be able to pick up the little snowman, but you can't. You have to use your brain. So it says on the left side, we have this little teeny guy right here, this snowman right here. And then we have him. He's like medium. He's like medium, you know? He's not that big, but they want the guy in the middle. They're looking for the snowman that's bigger or taller than the little one, but shorter than him. So now you have to really look at all of the options and think about which snowman will be bigger than that one, but smaller than that one. So what are you thinking? Which one do you think would go perfectly in the middle? Giovanni?
C and D.
C and D. Hold on. I gotta use my brain too. C, I think, is the same size as this one. So we want someone that's a little bit smaller than him. Can you find one that is smaller than C?
Is A.
A. Okay, so now A, yep, he's smaller than him. Now, is he bigger than him? Yep. He is, so you got it.
Yeah.
A is the middle guy. For 13, you had to listen to this nice little riddle and figure out who they were talking about. And the riddle was, I am a flat shape. I have 4 straight sides. Okay, so it says it has 4 straight sides. So which shape can we get rid of? Which one can we put an X on? Because it does not have 4 sides. Wendell?
The cone and the cylinder.
We're in the bottom one. Down here. These flat shapes.
Oh.
Which shape does not have 4 sides?
The circle and the triangle.
Yep, the circle doesn't have any sides, and the triangle only has 3. So now we have 2 options left. We have the rectangle and the square. So here's the next part of the riddle. 2 of my sides are shorter than the other 2 sides. What shape am I? What shape is it? Who knows the answer to the riddle? Emilia?
The rectangle.
The rectangle. Why is it not the square?
The square has 4 sides that are exactly the same length.
Yep. A square has 4 same sides, 4 equal sides. The riddle said that there was 2 longer sides and 2 shorter sides, so it had to be the rectangle. Then we have 14. We have this beautiful little feather. I wonder if it's from the ptarmigan that we talked about this morning. And then it asks, what tools can we use to measure the feather? So think about all the things we can measure and how we can measure maybe how tall something is or how much something holds. What objects or tools can we use to measure the feather? Is it the cube train, the scale, or the measuring cup? How can we measure the feather? Giovanni?
The balance scale.
The scale, we can see how heavy the feather is. You think the feather's very heavy, Giovanni?
The feather? No, he's too small.
Yeah, it's too small. What else? What else can we use to measure the feather? So Giovanni said the scale. He's right. We can measure the weight of the feather with the scale. Anyone else? What else can we use? Oh, Emilia.
You can also use a cube train to figure out how long the feather is.
Yep. Use the cube train. And when you get to 1st grade, you'll be using a real ruler instead of a cube train. But you got to be masters of the cube train before you move on. Oh, we're on the last problem already. Oh, all right. So we have our measuring cup And we have to check off all the things that we can measure with the measuring cup. So if you see something that you can measure with the measuring cup, go ahead and raise your hand and tell me what you see. Emilia?
The fishbowl.
The fishbowl. We can use it to measure how much water the fishbowl holds. A measuring cup is to measure how much something can hold. What else? She said the fishbowl, so we give it a check. What else can we use? Giovanni?
The water picture.
Yeah, the water pitcher. We can see how much the water pitcher holds. Perfect. There's one more thing, a little bit tricky. One more thing that we can measure inside. Anyone thoughts of what it might be? I'll give you a hint. It's not the feather, because we just talked about the feather. And we didn't say they used a measuring cup, so it is not the feather. Jaden?
The pot.
The pot. Yeah, we can use the measuring cup to measure whatever's in the pot. It might be soup. Are there any questions about this review that is one question per everything that we have covered in kindergarten? So tomorrow there will be no math. We only have one more week of doing hard work. I'm very proud of you all. I'm proud of your parents too. All right. Thank you all for everything. You guys rock.
Bye. Bye, Emilia. Bye. My crazy daddy. Bye. 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 Bye.